Hello, dear students. In our writing lesson for today, we are going to talk about summary. What do I mean by summary? It's a brief, short description of a text. Okay, brief, it means very short, very small description written in a paragraph about a text. Now, this text, it could be a story, it could be an article, or any kind of text. Okay. Now, what are the main parts of the summary? When I want to summarize any text, what are the main things that I have to write in my summary? The first one, in the beginning, I have to write an introduction. Of course, in the introduction, we have to show what is this summary about. Okay, at least we will write the name of the text and written by whom. Okay, this is in the introduction. In the middle, we write only the important details in our text, in our story, let's say. And at the end, in the conclusion, we write our opinion and the most important detail or idea in our text with our opinion about it. Okay, so again, summary. It's a brief, short description of a text, a very short paragraph about a story or about a text. Only in the summary, we write the most important details. The main parts of the summary, in the beginning, we write an introduction. This introduction, it's a sentence that shows the name of the text, the title of the text, and written by whom. And in the middle, we start writing the most important details. And at the end, we write our opinion about it. Okay, now here I wrote this example of summary about a story called Laugh, about our story Laugh. Okay, so as we said in the introduction, we start writing the title of our text and written by whom. Okay, Laugh is a science fiction story by Lindsay Namioka. Okay, so here I started writing the title of our story and the genre that it is a science fiction and the name of its writer. Okay, so here, okay, the name of the story, the genre, it is a science fiction story by, which means written by, Lindsay Namioka. Of course, this is a proper noun, so that's why it's capitalized. This is the introduction, the beginning sentence, okay? Then here in the body, I start writing the main important details about my story, okay? Here, this story talks about a genius Chinese boy named Peter who migrated with his family to America. Only without any small details, just the main important detail, okay? That this story is talking about whom? Peter, who migrated with his family to America. And he is a genius Chinese boy. And of course, don't forget always to indent in your paragraph. Don't forget to indent the first line in your paragraph. Now, in the second paragraph here, also I indent. I continued the main important details in the summary. Peter was unsociable until he participated in the Halloween with the other kids. Since then, he became Dr. Lu Manchu. Okay? Since then, he became Dr. Lu Manchu. So here also I wrote an important detail just about Peter. Okay? Later, Angela, Peter's neighbor, tried to know everything about Peter's secret, which was a time machine. Peter helped her to use the time machine to win the writing contest by traveling to the future and read the winning story in the school's magazine, but she found out that she is the actual winner. Okay, so this is all in the body, in the middle, which are the main details, the most important details in the story. I don't write everything with details. Don't use dialogue in the summary. We don't need to write a dialogue in the summary. We just write the main ideas. So again, here in the introduction, I wrote the name of the story, the genre, written by whom. Then I started in the body the main ideas, the main important details, that Peter, he is a Chinese boy. He migrated to America with his family. He was unsociable until he participated in the Halloween with the other kids. Since then, he became Dr. Lu Manchu. Angela, his neighbor, tried to know his secret, which was a time machine. Peter helped her to use the time machine in the writing contest. By going to the future or traveling to the future to read the winning story in the school's magazine, but she found out that she is the real or the actual winner. Okay, till here I'm done with the important details. Okay, with the body in my summary. Now in the conclusion, I want to end my summary by writing my opinion. After all, Laugh is a nice story that shows how the inventions are important in people's life. So this is the conclusion, the ending, and the conclusion I use my opinion, or I wrote my opinion about this story. So again, summary is a brief, short description. It's a brief, short description of a text, a story, or any kind of text. I start the introduction with the name of the text and written by whom. Then I write in the middle, in the body, the details, the most important details in the text only. And in the conclusion, I write my opinion about this text or this story. Now, one more thing that I have to use in my summary, we call it transitional words or time order words or transitional words. Like, for example, here, since then, later, after all, and of course, there are many other transitional words we can use in the summary. Okay, this was an example about a summary of a story and how to write it. Again, no need to write all the details, just the most important main details in the text or in the story. No need to write a dialogue in the summary. No need for the dialogue in the summary. Just write the most important details about the characters, about the problem, or any other important part. Now here, let's read the sample in our book. Again, summary, it's a short description of the most important main ideas and details in a text. Again, the main parts of the summary, the introduction, the body that has the most important main ideas. We use also transitional words, and in the conclusion, we write our opinion about this text. Let's read this sample in our book. It's about a text called Profiles of a Space Walker. Profiles of a Spacewalker by Carol Gerber tells about the extraordinary career of astronaut Michael Lopez Aligeria. Okay, so this text or this summary is talking about a text. The title of the text is Profiles of a Spacewalker. It's written by Carol Gerber, and it talks about a career of astronaut. It talks about an astronaut called Michael Aligeria. Okay? Now, this is the introduction, the beginning, okay, to show what is the summary about. Then here I will start writing the main ideas and the most important details in the body. He was the commander of an expedition of the International Space Station and set the record for the most spacewalks and the most time in space in 2007. The most important thing that he did, okay? Don't forget the indentation. Here, Michael Lopez Aligeria grew up in California. As a kid, he learned about a variety of subjects. Lopez Aligeria went to the U.S. Naval Academy after high school and earned 2 degrees in engineering. So more important details about the character. Later, he became a Navy pilot and then started training to become an astronaut. Eventually, Lopez Algeria helped put together the International Space Station, which he thinks was the highlight of his career. So here I gave just the important thing about where he grew up. When he was a kid, what did he learn? What was the most important thing that he did when he grew up, and so on. Okay? Now here in the conclusion, Profiles of a Spacewalker, this is the title of the text again, gives readers an up-close look at the life of an astronaut. So this is my opinion, that this text or this story gives a very close look about an astronaut's life. It also provides fascinating details, which means very nice details, about the International Space Station, which was the work of 16 countries and which even today is the largest manned object in space. So in the conclusion, I write, as a writer of the summary, I write my opinion about the text that I am talking about. And of course, we use transitional words. These are examples of transitional words like before, in the meantime, as a result, at the same time, eventually, currently, previously, after, later, next, also, finally, and so on. These are all transitional words. We can use them in our summary. Okay? So, summary, it's a brief, short description of the most important main ideas and details of a text. Again, in the summary, don't write dialogue. Don't write the small details. Just the most important details in the text, okay? I hope you understood it and it's easy for you, and thank you so much.